We have all seen them, right? Lil Miquela, Shudu, Rosie. I'm talking about those virtual influencers who are absolutely crushing it right now. They're racking up millions of followers. They're landing real massive brand deals with heavy hitters like Prada and Samsung, and they are generating serious revenue. And here is the wildest part. They aren't real. They are literally just pixels. But here's the thing. For a long time, if you tried to launch your own virtual influencer, it was a total technical nightmare. Unless you knew 3D modeling inside and out, or you happened to have a render farm hiding in your basement, you were pretty much stuck. You had to rely on AI tools that just could not keep a face consistent. You know exactly what I mean. You'd post a selfie on Monday, and then by Tuesday, your influencer looked like a completely different person. And let's be honest, that kills the immersion. It kills the brand. But listen, the game just changed. OpenArt has released Character 2.0, and honestly, it is the closest thing we have seen to a virtual influencer in a box solution. I'm talking about a workflow where you can generate a totally consistent persona. You can change their clothes for an outfit of the day post, and you can put them in any location on Earth. And you can do all of this without complex coding or spending $500 on expensive software. So today, we are building a brand new virtual influencer from zero. I'm going to show you the exact blueprint to design them, how to generate their first week of Instagram content, and we are going to tackle the hardest part of all, changing their wardrobe while keeping their face locked in. Let's build a star. All right, first things first, we need to head over to OpenArt. Once you're there, look at the side menu and find the Create Character tool. Now, hold on. Before we type a single prompt, you need a concept. Because let's be real, generic pretty person just doesn't cut it anymore. You need a niche. So for this blueprint, we are going to create Sia. She is going to be a futuristic interior designer and digital nomad. We want her to look aspirational, but she needs to be distinct. You know, the kind of person you would actually follow for design tips. Now, we've got two options here. Start with image or start with description. Since we are birthing Sia strictly from our imagination, we are hitting start with description. Here is the strategy when you're building an influencer. You need to define the signature look. This is the anchor visual that the AI is going to use. So I'm typing this in. Portrait of a trendy interior designer, mid-20s, platinum white bob cut hairstyle, wearing a structured architectural blazer, geometric earrings, sharp confident gaze, soft studio lighting, 8K resolution. Now, we need to talk about the engine. You have a few choices here, like Dream 4.5 or the OpenArt default. But listen, for a social media influencer, texture is everything. We do not want her to look like a plastic doll. We want real skin texture. So I am selecting Nano Banana Pro. It handles realistic skin and fabric details exceptionally well. And then we hit Generate Previews. Okay, look at these candidates. The second one is good, sure. But the third one? That right there is the face of a brand. She has that specific, recognizable look, and the lighting on the hair is just perfect. Let's select that one. Now, let's talk numbers. This build is going to cost 100 credits. That is your startup capital. And honestly, in the world of virtual influencers, that is pennies compared to hiring a real model and a photographer. So I'm clicking Build Character. Right now, the system is learning Sia. It is analyzing her bone structure, measuring the distance between her eyes, and studying the texture of her hair to create a consistent ID. When it finishes, we get our confirmation sheet. We see the front, full body, back, and source views. You need to check the full body shot carefully. Does her fashion sense translate? In our case, that architectural blazer looks sharp and her posture just screams professional creative. Now, if the eyes looked wonky or the hands were a mess, I would regenerate immediately. But this is solid. So I'm clicking looks good and I am saving her as Sia Designer. So Sia exists. Now she needs content. But listen, before we start spamming prompts, we need to solve the angle problem. See, most AI influencers fail because they only ever face forward. And honestly, it looks uncanny. Real people look to the side, they look down at their phones, they look back over their shoulder. If your initial build didn't give you enough variety, we are going to use the camera angle control trick. Go to the side menu, we are going to take that original generated image of Sia and upload it here as a reference. Set the mode to OpenArt Ultra and hit Create All. This generates a contact sheet of Sia. We're talking side profiles, extreme close-ups, and rear views. Why do we need these? Because if the AI ever struggles to render Sia from the side in a future prompt, we can feed one of these images back into the system to remind it what she looks like from that specific angle. It is literally an insurance policy for your consistency. Now, let's send Sia to work. Click Create Character Visual. You'll see that @Sia Designer is already populated in the prompt box. We need a working from a cafe post for her Instagram stories. Now, here is where the auto enhance toggle becomes important. It's on by default. For influencers, this is usually great because it adds words like cinematic lighting and depth of field automatically, making the photo look like it was shot on a high-end DSLR. So here is my prompt. @Sia Designer, sitting in a modern minimalist coffee shop in Tokyo, sketching on a tablet, drinking a matcha latte, sunlight streaming through window. I'm setting the aspect ratio to portrait 916 because this is for TikTok or Instagram Reels covers, and for the resolution, we are going 2K. Hit generate. The result is terrifyingly good. It's Sia. Same platinum bob, same earrings. But she is interacting with the environment. The light is hitting her face correctly. This isn't a sticker pasted on a background, she is in the scene. But wait, let's say in one of the generations, the AI decided to give her a weird hat we didn't ask for. This happens. The auto enhance sometimes gets a little too excited. If you find the AI is adding accessories you didn't approve, turn auto enhance off. This forces the model to stick strictly to your prompt and the character data, giving you much more control over her brand guidelines. Now we move to the holy grail. An influencer who wears the same blazer every day is a cartoon character, not an influencer. We need an outfit of the day or OOTD post. We want to put Sia in a streetwear casual look, maybe a vintage oversized denim jacket. In the old days, you'd prompt wearing a denim jacket and pray her face didn't melt. Now, we have a specific workflow using the history tab. Step 1, forget Sia for a second. Open a fresh prompt window. I want you to generate the outfit alone. My prompt is vintage 90s oversized denim jacket with patches, hanging on a mannequin, studio photography. Generate that image. Step 2, go back to your character flow with Sia. Now we combine them. In the prompt box, type @Sia Designer, walking down a busy street in Shibuya, wearing. Now go to the upload reference images section and choose the denim jacket image from the history. Now, when you type the @ symbol here, you have two options. Select that denim jacket image you just made. So your prompt now reads, @Sia Designer walking down a busy street in Shibuya, wearing @image reference denim jacket. Step 3, generate. What we are telling the AI is essentially use Sia's facial data, but map the texture and structure of this denim jacket onto her body. Look at that, she's wearing the jacket. The fit is realistic, it's oversized just like we asked, but the face, it is 100% Sia. This is how you run a fashion account. Think about it. You can batch create 50 different outfits on mannequins and then just dress your influencer in them throughout the month. Now, let's say Sia lands a brand deal. A company wants her to be seen with their specific style of headphones. We use the exact same logic. You generate the headphones as a standalone image, or better yet, you upload the brand's actual product photo to your history. Then the prompt looks like this. @Sia Designer wearing @image reference headphones, working at a desk. This allows for product placement that looks totally integrated, not photoshopped. Finally, we need to talk about long-term maintenance. As you build Sia's career, her look might evolve. Maybe you want to refine her training data because, hey, maybe she looks a little too serious in every shot. Go to your library and find the edit button on Sia's card. This is a massive new feature in Character 2.0. Previously, you were stuck with what you built, but now you can go in and delete that one back view reference where her hair looked weird. Or you can upload a perfect new close-up you generated yesterday to strengthen the dataset. This is huge because it allows your influencer to actually age or evolve subtly over time without completely breaking consistency. Now, I need to give you a serious warning about upgrades. If you start a virtual influencer today on Character 2.0, you are totally set. But if you have an old character from the previous version of OpenArt, you need to be very careful with that upgrade button. Here's why. Changing the underlying model from the old Flux system to the new 2.0 architecture might slightly alter their facial features. If you're a casual user, that's fine. But for an influencer brand where identity is literally everything, that is a risk. If you do decide to upgrade, check the results immediately. You can roll back if it ruins her look, but keep in mind you won't get the credits back. So, here is the bottom line. The barrier to entry for creating a virtual persona has officially collapsed. You don't need a team of animators anymore. You need 100 credits for the setup, a clear concept, and the discipline to manage your asset library using that tagging system. You now have the blueprint. You can create a fitness coach, a travel vlogger, or a high fashion model. The technology is no longer the limit your storytelling is. So go create your star, start building that following, and I'll see you in the next video.